I know this isn't how we normally start off the videos, but I hop in the car, get out of school, and bombshell. Dame Lillard to the Milwaukee Bucks. So we're gonna do the intro like this, and then we'll get into like the normal type format for the rest of the video. But first couple minutes, you gotta see my face and my collection of cheer wine bottles. But yeah, Dame Lillard does not go to the Miami Heat. He actually goes to Milwaukee, and then it was a three-team deal. The Suns helped orchestrate it, and the Suns, I think, are probably the biggest winner. Yes, the Bucks get Dame Lillard to pair with Giannis, to pair with Chris Middleton, but the Blazers, they get a decent haul back. Drew Holiday, I don't expect to be on the team for much longer. Either going to be a buyout type guy or traded immediately. The Suns, I think they were the biggest winner of this trade. So going through full breakdown coming later in the video, but this is just on the surface what everybody got. The Bucks, of course, with the big prize getting Damian Lillard. The Heat are the biggest losers of this deal. Jimmy Butler tweeted out that he wants the Milwaukee Bucks invested for tampering. But Blazers get Drew Holiday, who, like I said, probably on the way out soon. Deandre Ayton, so that's interesting. They swap Ayton for Nurkic, get a good long-term center there to go with their young core. But again, like I said, we're going to talk about all this in detail later, so I'm not going to go too far into it now. Tumani Kamara, I believe is how I pronounce it. Probably butchered that, but he's from Dayton. Really good rookie. 14-8 on good efficiency last year at Dayton. I think he's got a bright future in the NBA. And then the Blazers get a 2029 unprotected first from the Bucks, which is going to be insanely valuable. 2028 swap and a 2030 swap, because in 4 or 5 years, Dame's going to be out of the league. Chris Middleton's going to be gone. Brook Lopez is going to be gone. And the Bucks are they're digging themselves into a deeper and deeper hole. They better win a championship, or else this trade is going to be looked at as very, very bad, potentially the worst in Bucks history. And then the Phoenix Suns get Jusuf Nurkic. All they give up really is DeAndre Ayton and Kamara. So they get Jusuf Nurkic to replace Ayton. I mean, that's a swap. They're going to do like the same thing. Ayton probably a little better, but Nurkic is cool. And then you get all these extra pieces. Grayson Allen is going to be a great bench player for them. Elite three-point shooter coming off that bench. Nasir Little, he's still got a lot of untapped potential, I feel like. Same thing with Keon Johnson. Little and Johnson both have, lots of untapped potential, both really long athletic wings that can play a little bit of defense. Not really the greatest scorers in the world, but you've got KD and Kevin Durant are the same person. You got KD, Brad Beal, D-Book on the same team. You don't need scoring. You need guys with tools that can play defense. Grayson Allen, not really a defender. He's more, the token white boy here, going to come out and knock down some corner threes. But I love this trade for the Suns. The Bucks, of course, get Dame Lillard. And then the Heat are the big losers. But let's go ahead and break all of this down, even further. All right, we got my face out of the way. Now let's dive into detail here about, a little bit further into detail for this trade. And the scary hours are out in Milwaukee. The duo of Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo it's got potential to be an all-timer, okay? This is a nasty pick-and-roll duo. Dame is getting up there in age, and the salary is pretty high, but I think that in the long run, as long as you get a championship, which, very capable of doing, you add a top 10 player in the NBA when he's on his game and when he's not injured to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton now becomes the third option Dame. Something that this Bucks team has lacked for so long is that closer in the playoffs, because of course Giannis is not exactly a perimeter player, and closers tend to be perimeter players in this league this day and age. What they've been lacking for so long is a Damian Lillard type guy with ice in his veins, so they add that to go with, of course, Middleton, with Giannis, with Brook Lopez, who has been elite, transforming his game the last couple of years, and heck, we'll throw Pat Connaughton in there at the shooting guard position, because of course they lose out on Grayson Allen. Now the bench, I'm not a fan. There are so many question marks here. However, it has potential to be really, really good. If MarJon Beauchamp can take the step that I think he is able to, he will become the sixth man, followed by Bobby Portis as the seventh man, Malik Beasley as the eighth man, Jay Crowder as your ninth guy, and then either Ty Washington as your backup point guard or Andre Jackson Jr. as your backup point guard, because really there's only one point guard on this team. We saw Andre Jackson Jr. play a little point guard in college, but let's be real. Can he play point guard at the next level? I don't think so. He's 6'9". His handle's way too loose. So there are some legit concerns with the bench for the Bucks. But like I said, if things play out the right way, if their guys develop and show the flashes that I think they can, this will be a very, very good group. Now, let's take a look at the Suns' point of view here. I think this was a steal for the Suns. Bringing in Jusuf Nurkic, you see the dimes right there. They essentially swapped Nurkic for Deandre Ayton and add some more depth, which was a question mark. Some youth to this team, some young legs. Somebody will probably end up getting cut or traded because I think the Suns have a full roster as of right now, and they only traded 2 guys and bring in 4, so obviously you can do the math there. But they bring in Grayson Allen, who will be a big-time bench piece, and I think Nasir Little can do very, very big things for this team. Now, Keon Johnson, maybe not, but I'd love to see a bench consisting of Grayson Allen, Eric Gordon, Keita Bates-Diop. I mean, those are 3 really solid bench players that can give you double-figure scoring on 50, 40, 90 efficiency. Nasir Little, elite defender, and then Drew Eubanks is your backup center. That's a really good bench with Yuta Watanabe on paper. You know, it might be time to take this team over the Denver Nuggets. I don't know. I'm not feeling as confident anymore in my Denver Nuggets repeat championship hopes because the Suns are putting together an absolute squad. In my opinion, they're probably the bigger winners than the Bucks in this whole trade. And then we get to the Blazers, who are in full-on reconstruction mode, full rebuild time in Portland. However, they have a little bit of a jump start. It is not from scratch. They have 3 pretty established players right now with Shaedon Sharpe, with DeAndre Ayton, with Anthony Simons. I mean, that's 3 guys right there. If Shaedon can take the leap that I think he will take this year, hey, look out now, because that's a 20-point per game scorer, another guy that could be a 20-point per game scorer, and then a 15 and 10 easy guy as your third option. With Scoot Henderson, a guy who, in my opinion, unless Vic stays healthy, will be the Rookie of the Year. I'm kind of, I'm not expecting Vic to play a full season, but we'll see. If I had to bet right now, I'd take Scoot Henderson to win Rookie of the Year this year. So you add that into the mix, and this is a fun, exciting, high-flying Portland Trailblazers team that I think did the best that they could in this trade situation. And then a team that was low-key smart, the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler and company, even though he tweeted out the NBA's rigged, all that stuff. They were able to keep Tyler Hero. Drew Holiday at this time is still a Portland Trailblazer. However, they're already looking to move him. Tyler Hero, they were able to keep him in Miami instead of sending him off. And they still might be able to get a guy in Drew Holiday that can defend, that can score efficiently, that can facilitate the basketball, that can be that point guard that they were missing out on. And it'll be at such a reduced price because the Blazers are just trying to ship him off for free. I think if they can pull off Drew Holiday, that is a huge dub for them, especially when you bring in age and contracts into all this. It gives them a little bit more wiggle room. Now, your thoughts. Let me know down in the comments below what you're thinking. In my opinion, anything for a ring. In the modern day NBA, whatever you have to do to get a ring. If you've been a fan of a poverty franchise like myself, my Charlotte Hornets, I mean, we haven't even sniffed the conference finals since like 1992. Anything. I mean, I'd be willing to give up 87 future first. Well, maybe not that much. But anything for a ring. If you can get a ring, nothing else matters. You could be terrible for the next 5 years, but if you got that ring, that's all that matters, and I think that's what we're seeing the Bucks do here today. But like I said, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you are not already subscribed to the channel. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.